According to a report, Kim Kardashian is essentially raising her 4 children as a single mother, with Kanye West not being very present in their lives. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and updates. Kim Kardashian is reportedly taking on the role of a single mother as she raises her 4 children mostly on her own. The reality TV star, who has transformed into a billionaire businesswoman, is said to be handling the bulk of parenting responsibilities for her kids, North, 11, Saint, 8, Chicago, 6, and Psalm, 5. These children are from her previous marriage to Kanye West, who, according to sources, is not very involved in their day-to-day lives. A close source to Kim mentioned that despite having some help, managing everything is still a significant challenge for her, and her life is deeply centered around her children. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, who got married in a lavish ceremony in Florence, Italy, in May 2014, finalized their divorce in November 2022. Kim had initially filed for divorce in February of the previous year. According to court documents obtained by Page 6 at the time of their divorce, both agreed to share joint custody of their children with equal access. However, sources close to Kim revealed to TMZ that she would have the children 80% of the time, a fact that Kanye had acknowledged a few months earlier. As part of their divorce settlement, Kanye agreed to pay Kim $200,000 monthly in child support and to cover half of the children's educational and security costs. Both parties also agreed to attend mediation to resolve any disputes concerning their children. The settlement stated that if one party failed to attend mediation, the attending party would have the authority to make decisions. It remains unclear if there have been any recent updates to this arrangement. Following their divorce, Kanye West married Bianca Censori, a 29-year-old architect who has worked with his Yeezy brand. Since their marriage, the couple has spent a considerable amount of time abroad, occasionally with Kanye's children but mostly without them. Earlier this month, there were rumors that Kanye planned to divorce Bianca and move to Tokyo, with Us Weekly describing their relationship as definitely rocky. However, the Daily Mail reported that these breakup rumors might have been fabricated to divert attention from a sexual assault lawsuit recently filed against Kanye by his former assistant. Kim Kardashian, on the other hand, continues to focus on her children and her business ventures, navigating the complexities of her personal and professional life with the resilience she is known for. Despite the challenges, she remains committed to providing a stable and loving environment for her children, proving her dedication as a mother. Meanwhile, remembering the fun times on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, when Kim Kardashian disguised herself to flirt with Rob. The Kardashian family has always been known for their wild antics, close family bonds, and hilarious moments. One of the most memorable parts of their reality show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, was the way they constantly played pranks on each other. Among these pranks, one of the funniest moments came when Kim Kardashian decided to disguise herself completely and flirt with her brother, Rob Kardashian. This throwback moment from the show is still talked about today, and it's easy to see why. In one of the earlier seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim came up with a brilliant plan to prank her unsuspecting brother. She transformed herself into a completely different person, using special effects makeup, a curly wig, and even fake teeth. Her new character was named Cynthia, and she looked nothing like the glamorous Kim Kardashian everyone knew. Her face shape, nose, and lips were all altered, making her almost unrecognizable. The prank was set up with the help of Nick Lachey, who was also in disguise and looked surprisingly like actor Seth Rogen. Nick couldn't help but laugh at Kim's transformation, joking about her wig, which he described as looking like a gizzard on a turkey. Despite the drastic change in her appearance, Kim's voice was still somewhat recognizable. However, she cleverly disguised it by putting on a funny accent, adding to the hilarity of the situation. Kim explained to Nick that Rob had no idea she was part of the prank. She even joked about trying to hit on her brother, which made Nick burst into laughter. As the prank began, Kim, in her Cynthia disguise, approached Rob. She struggled to keep a straight face, often looking at the camera to hide her giggles. Rob, completely unaware that it was his sister, politely introduced himself and shook her hand. Cynthia, played by Kim, didn't hold back. She told Rob how much she loved his show and even called him so cute. Rob, seemingly flattered but also a little shy, thanked her graciously. He appeared to find the whole situation amusing, smiling and watching as Cynthia walked back and forth in front of him. The prank came to an end when a crew member approached and asked, "Kim, are you ready?" Hearing his sister's name, Rob began to piece things together, but he still didn't fully realize what was happening until the crew member spelled it out for him. "You didn't know this was your sister?" she asked. Rob's reaction was priceless. He hugged Kim and playfully scolded her, saying, "I hate you," in a light-hearted, brotherly way. It was clear that he was both amused and embarrassed by the prank. Kim, on the other hand, couldn't believe that Rob hadn't recognized her, especially since she had been laughing hysterically throughout the entire encounter. Rob's response to her question was just as funny as the prank itself. "I just thought you were a total nut job," he exclaimed, making everyone laugh even harder. This moment from Keeping Up with the Kardashians is a perfect example of the family's ability to entertain and make people laugh. It also shows the close bond between Kim and Rob, as they were able to share such a funny and lighthearted moment together. Looking back at this prank, it's easy to see why fans of the show loved it so much. It was a mix of creativity, humor, and family dynamics that made it unforgettable. Kim's dedication to the prank, from the elaborate disguise to the funny accent, showed just how far she was willing to go to make her family laugh. And Rob's reaction, a combination of confusion, embarrassment, and amusement, was the perfect ending to the hilarious stunt. The Kardashians have always been known for their over-the-top personalities and their ability to turn everyday moments into entertainment. This prank is just one of many examples of how they've managed to keep their fans entertained for years. It's moments like these that remind us why Keeping Up with the Kardashians became such a popular show and why the family continues to be a topic of conversation even today. In a world where reality TV often feels scripted and overly dramatic, this prank stands out as a genuine, funny moment that brought the Kardashian family closer together. It's a reminder of the good old days of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, when the family's antics were all about having fun and making each other laugh. And for fans of the show, it's a moment that will always bring a smile to their faces. This moment from Keeping Up with the Kardashians is a perfect example of the family's ability to entertain and make people laugh. It also shows the close bond between Kim and Rob, as they were able to share such a funny and lighthearted moment together. Looking back at this prank, it's easy to see why fans of the show loved it so much. It was a mix of creativity, humor, and family dynamics that made it unforgettable. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.